Hey, and welcome to Minions and Misfits, the off-kilter, family-friendly RPG podcast where... Oh my goodness, I messed it up. The one time I did it without the blurb. What is it? Oh.
It's Life Day!
It's Life Day!
Cue
That's
the
right, we are...
off-brand Christmas music.
Do. Wait.
And you might be thinking, but friends, it's February. And you're right, but... We wanted to do a Life Day because we love it, and we love
Life Day, and we're bad at our jobs. So here we are.
Much like Hanukkah, Life Day changes every year.
Yeah,
I think
who's to say
that's
it's not this?
Passover. I don't know Jewish holidays. I'm sorry, the entire Jewish community.
It's definitely Passover,
I
because
think-
Passover is
I
really
think
weird
they
this
all-
year with the way it's all laid out.
Yeah,
Happy
I think they
Lunar
all
New
changed
Year!
because they use a different calendar.
We've really gotten into a bit of a ditch about 30 seconds in. So
But also,
We did good.
But also, like, I mean, we're playing on a different planet, right? So
We did move
There-
planets, I forgot to mention.
their life, whatever day it is on that planet, when it's Life Day throughout the galaxy, is probably different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it takes
house
like 8 million
schedules-
light years to get to that planet to actually
to
transfer
quote
the data.
a great sci-fi show, repeat to yourself, it's just a show, you should really just relax.
You know, there's a never-ending 24-hour stream of that on YouTube right now.
We're talking about Mystery Science Theater for listeners not in the know, and it is a great show. You should totally
It's
watch
true.
it.
Highly
One of the
recommend.
greatest of all time.
Oh, it's so good. All right, are we ready to begin?
Yes.
So we will be playing the Star Wars 5e system, which can be found online at the fan-made system, and it is excellent.
Don't say anything about it, it'll get shut down.
Oh, crud, I mean, it doesn't exist. We're making it up. This is all fan stuff.
Wink.
Ah, wink.
The
All
government
right.
will never catch us now.
Well, then, without further
The
ado,
Pinkertons will never catch us now.
without further ado, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Do.
Some time ago, in a place you've never been.
Deep in the dark recesses of space, a large, dark star destroyer looms amongst dozens of others. And aboard the bridge, a tall, half-mechanic, half-man admiral, Grand Admiral Kevin Proust, overlooks many small, distant planets below and says, "Soon this will all be ours. We will take command. After all, we are the primary command." And at that very moment, one of the co-pilots at the console near him says, "Sir, I see a large object approaching us." "Huh, there are several!" And other people around the bridge begin to say the same and begin to get more and more flustered until all of a sudden, large yellow words appear out of nowhere and dash the ship! Star Wars, a Life Day special by Minions and Misfits appears across your screen as dozens of Star Destroyers are destroyed.
We single-handedly ended
Thousands
the Empire
of people just died.
because of our words.
R.I.P. in peace, Admiral Proust.
Proop.
And the scroll begins. The Empire has fallen and somehow Life Day returned.
The Empire has fallen and can't get up.
Planets across the galaxy are brimming with the Life Day spirit as they prepare to celebrate uninhibited for the first time since the Old Republic. And on the grassy farming world of Dantooine, several former Imperials are making ready for the festivities. And the camera pans down onto the green and yellow lush fields of Dantooine, which is like a savanna grassland type planet for those not in the know.
It's
And we
Dantooine.
go-
Everyone knows Dantooine.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah, it's definitely
Idaho
cool.
of space.
It really is the Idaho of space. And also my second favorite Star Wars planet. We zoom in on what can only be described as a Star Wars equivalent of like the McDonald's
In and out?
In and Out.
Are we
Steak and
that
Shake.
nice? No, we're not that nice.
It's like it's a Waffle House.
Ooh,
Oh, no, not
yeah.
Waffle
A
House.
Wahoo. Let's go, Wahoo.
Waffle House is everywhere.
This is
Doesn't
Georgia
matter
now.
where you go.
No, there's not
The-
enough trees.
The door opens,
Or
the camera
slurps.
pans in to see several kind of dusty farmers eating food at the counter. And behind the counter, we see two familiar faces, which could not... I honestly couldn't have worse phrasing considering this is a podcast. But we see two characters who we knew before.
Yeah, there's
Indeed.
no faces to be seen.
What?
No faces to be seen here. No familiar faces whatsoever.
I know, for real. First off, we see 24601, and what does he look like, and what is he doing? And
Yeah, well, I look up from the counter in my grease splattered helmet, and I look up and ask the
Still
person
wearing the
standing
helmet.
there.
Do you want any fries with that?
No, thanks.
Okay.
And I go back to my work and dust off my apron and make sure my blaster is still sitting in that pocket, just in case.
He kind of like salutes you with like a flippant salute, kind of like a sarcastic one, and says "Skeetle-scattle," which is like a greeting on Dantooine,
I resist the urge to take my pistol out.
and subdue the rabble. For those of you who don't know, in our previous Life Day special, we followed the lives of two Imperials, one robot named K2FT, right?
K4FT.
Ah, yeah,
K4FT, 'cause it looks like
K4FT.
a N.
Who is kind of a tall, robotic bodyguard type, and 24601, who is like a deadly commando type. But they have since fallen on hard times, as the Empire has fallen, and they are now working as meager... what would you call yourselves?
A
boys?
line cook is yeah.
Line cooks
Yeah.
on a farming planet in Dantooine.
You try to prove to your parents that the Chiss ascendancy is not the only viable option, and you end up at Waffle House. It's just how it goes.
Just how it goes.
Cam, what is the name of this Star Wars Waffle House? Because we can't call it Star Wars Waffle House. We're violating two
not?
separate copyrights.
And you know,
I don't
Disney
know
is
enough about Star
notoriously
Wars
chill,
food.
litigious company.
The Pancake Shack.
Yeah. The Interplanetary House of Pancakes.
Yes. We found it.
IPOP.
Oh, yes, it is that. It is 100% that. And although it is by no means a highbrow establishment, it is in fact the only establishment within spitting distance. And so,
And
you
as
are-
you say that,
people
a
can
customer
spit
spits.
bar
Yeah.
here.
The
you hear
gravity is quite low.
you hear a skittle-scattle.
I hate that farmer.
This is the only planet in the solar system that still has spittoons everywhere.
How did we end up here?
They outlawed them in Tatooine because people kept killing each other with them.
I believe that.
Just then, walking through the front door, you see a familiar face, which I've said far too many times this episode.
Yeah.
You used to work for the Imperials and are used to seeing kind of uptight British white men looking very snobby and as though they're about to sneeze. You now see before you a half-fish, half-human person in tan garb who you recognize as the local, well, I guess it'd be Republic, no longer Rebel.
Is it, I mean, this could be a, I don't know. Is this a free system?
No. This one is definitely pro-Republic.
Well, why did I end up here?
Is it in the Republic? Or
It's
just
kinda
pro
like-
Republic?
Am I in that like
pretty
rehabilitation
far out.
program they showed us in Andor?
No, I feel like, and you can change this because this is far from canon.
Are you sure? This sounds like canon.
I feel like there's a strong Republic presence on this planet in order for my one shot to work.
So it'll be like in season 2 of Mando.
It's an outpost
Yeah, it's like an
in
outpost.
the Outer Rim. Yeah. It's an
Yeah.
Outer Rim outpost.
They're an
they show up every
independent
couple weeks
system
to make
that has
sure-
affiliation.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
And how would they know that you're used to be Empire people? How would
I
they
mean,
know that?
he doesn't definitely have the Empire symbol emblazoned on his droid body, and I'm definitely not still wearing a Stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
put like
that's-
some sparkles on there, a little like IPOP symbol. It's just branding.
Can you have the little visor, but not like the cool Captain Cody visor, like just like the red like line cook visor?
Oh yeah. I have like a gambling visor, like right on the
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just for protecting from the
I like
grease.
to
It's
think
part of the uniform.
I like to think Kate 4's Imperial emblems are like either scratched off or graffitied over.
They've been
They're like
removed,
messily.
but there's like
I
a
like to-
light colored spot clearly in the shape of the Imperial crest.
Or they were decals that were badly scraped off, so there's just like little bits of them still left on there.
That's the one.
I think even better, you know how there are those shows where they take bad tattoos and try to make them into not bad tattoos?
Yeah.
What shape? I feel like you would have like another emblem on top of that to try to like make it blend in instead of the empire. Like, what would you, I don't know.
Pancake.
You could turn it into a weird donut.
A weird
It's just
donut.
a pancake
Yeah, it's a pancake.
that clearly has the Imperial symbol underneath. Just tried to Sharpie over it.
Well, you
Brown
see
paint.
Amon Calamari walk in, who you recognize to be the local Republic Sergeant, Sergeant Sashimi. And he walks in and kind of says, "Asa, brah."
Asa.
So,
Hey, Sashimi.
asa, brah. So,
I never know how to talk to him.
what was that?
What do you want?
Well, I was just checking, bro. Aren't you making the food? The food for the
Yeah, what? What food do you want?
well, any food, bro. As long as it's
you have
just
to
audible.
order. You have to pick. As long as it's what?
Audible.
Give me that first vowel one more time.
Eh?
Yeah.
I think he means he wants us to make fajitas.
Oh, we don't do fajitas here.
Oh, I love fajadas.
The hands reach into the apron again.
K4 just like grabs 24601's arm.
Maybe you should handle this. I'll go flip all the pancakes.
So we're having
So-
fajadas?
I walk back to the back area where I can just start cooking it.
We don't have fajitas on the menu right now. What is it what is it that you wanted us to make food for?
Well, like the Life Day feast, my dude.
Like K4's like eyes turn like a different color for a second while he's consulting his internal calendar. He's like,
Oh man, it's Life Day again.
Oh yeah, bro. And
Hey,
this is the first
24601.
time we get
You hear like a loud clanging from the back of the kitchen.
it's the curse.
Yeah, I'm just like throwing things.
Well, bros, not to stress you out at all, but we need food for Laugh Day. Because this is like the first official Laugh Day that we're celebrating on Tatooine.
I come out of the kitchen with like a knife in my hand, like a little vibro blade, and I walk like right up to him, and I'm like,
There's a lot, and I mean a lot, of other restaurants that you could get food from for this.
Cut to outside, and there's literally no other
Where's the-
restaurants. You're in a small farming village.
There's not even any other buildings. It's like us in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
There's 2 speeder bikes parked outside.
Cool blade, bro.
Yeah, I use it to fillet the space chicken.
Oh, sweet. For fajadas.
Literally the only animal that lives on this planet.
Fajitas, dang it. Would you like? I can make. Okay, how much do you need for Life Day? It's just us today. There's no one else working.
I mean, a lot, bro. As much as you can muster, bro.
We don't have any mustard.
Oh, you made a fada!
I walk back into the kitchen.
All right, well, we'll figure something out.
Of course, bro. And if you need me, just call my,
When's it due?
When's Life Day?
Okay.
No one answered the question, but Life Day is in fact tomorrow.
He consults the calendar again.
It's tomorrow.
However, fortunately, your food shipment is due to come in any minute now.
I have one request then.
I come back out.
Of course, bro.
I'm assuming the Republic will be covering the charges for the overtime and for the supplies and all this stuff for, making this food for Life Day.
Oh!
That's not a great answer.
We'll be sending you an itemized bill.
Put it on my tab, bro. fascist.
As I said, we'll be sending you. We'll be sending you in on a nice bill.
He can print them out of his chest. That's really neat, actually.
And as you kind of are bickering about the tab, you hear a large crash from outside, followed by what can only be described as a plethora of noises. All manner of squawks and howls and neighing and whinnying and barking and like clip-clapping.
Palpatine's invisible ghost beard. What is it now?
Invisible ghost beard.
You see one of the native Dantooinians.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Dantooinians.
Dentine.
they're called fajadas.
The Dentine Ices.
You see a farmer walk in and be like, "Gosh darn it, tarnation! I done saw two things explode."
Anything else you want to share?
Gall darn it, Crushinator.
He explains how there were two shipments due to come in today. One was, of course, your normal weekly food shipment, and the second one was the shipment to the local Dantooine Zoo, which, if you go back to when we panned to your restaurant, when it zoned out, there are two buildings visible, your restaurant and an empty zoo.
They're trying
and when you
to
step
improve
outside,
the
why is it
cultural
empty?
experience. It just was built.
it was just built.
And they shipped all the animals simultaneously?
Yeah.
Saves money,
You
bro.
save money when you buy bulk.
That's for, yeah, it's one shipping bill instead of like 7. Yeah.
And now there's a bunch of invasive species loose.
Well,
What do we see when we look out? Like, I just like go out from behind the counter
You
and
see
peek
an
out the like.
ecological disaster.
you see that. You look outside, and it's just like two comically like blown open spaceships with like burning pieces of food everywhere, and like small animals fighting over like raw pieces of meat, and like a bunch of just random Star Wars creatures running around, flipping
Is
everywhere.
there a Nexu?
A what?
A Nexu, the one that was in episode 2 that was fighting Padme?
Oh, for sure. There's a crate dragon. There's a bantha. There's a
crate
There's
dragon.
not a crate
There's
There's a
dragon.
porg. There's a
There
dewback,
can't be a
there's
crate
worm,
dragon.
There's a blurg. I'm just reading names off Google at this point. There's a tuga. There's a veridactyl.
There's a
wampa,
rancor.
There's a tauntaun. A tauntaun.
Okay, the Veridactyl would be pretty cool,
Tanton.
though. The Veridactyl's
There's a-
sick.
There's a Gundark, whatever those are.
What about an Acklay?
There's a Gungan that got lost.
Yeah, his name is Gungan Ramsey. He's like, I'm here for the food.
Are there porgs?
Oh yeah, there's like
They
several.
were the first to die.
I find the first porg I can find and just punt it.
All
Out
right,
of frustration.
roll for initiative.
There's some tribbles for some reason.
Oh my, weird crossover. Initiative. What do I have? A +0? What do I have? Yeah, it's +0.
All right, you are going up
so I have 7.
against you. Almost as though they're small Pokemon, like in the OG Pokemon games. They all just surround you and like stand at the ready. They rolled a 7. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 7 too.
What's your dex?
None.
None. Okay.
It's 10. Yeah.
So then they are all going to attack you
No.
at once. But there's 5 of them, and they only deal 5 damage. So take 5.
Well, I
kinetic
only have
damage.
25 health.
Well,
5 times 5 is dead.
well, good thing we're not there yet.
I thought you said they do 5 damage, and there's 5 of them.
No, like they're all together. They cause 5 damage.
Oh, 1 per.
Yeah, 1 per.
Oh, that's much better. I was gonna say I just got taken by some porgs.
They're now
End
in
of
front of you,
session.
and they're all like kind of cooing dangerously.
What does that sound like?
Do you need that again?
Yes, please.
Kill him! This man's gotta die!
Oh,
Hey, it's time to get all these guys.
Kay just like slumps. It's like
Tarkin should have blown this planet up when he had the chance. It's too far out of range, he said.
not worth the resources, he said.
Sergeant Sashimi grabs a bottle of blue milk and just starts chugging it behind the counter, watching you guys amused.
Hey! That's 3 bantha coins.
Put on my tab, bro.
I look over at Kay.
We'll send you an itemized bill.
And then he like takes his blaster rifle out from under his like apron and just like cocks it for some
I
reason.
pull out my heavy pistol and we start going to town on these animals.
Roll for damage. So we are kind of changing 5e combat where they're not rolling to hit, they're just rolling damage, and if you roll any ones, it counts as a miss. So you take out like 3 of them.
I got 6.
Yeah, you take out 2 more. They're not hard.
Hey,
they're
that's
porgs.
5.
Yeah, that was all of them.
Yeah, you've now gained 5 porg nuggets.
Oh,
Nice.
delicious.
You want to write that down somewhere?
Yeah, I'll start an inventory.
Yeah. Is there? Oh, sweet porg nuggets, bro.
I haven't made them yet. Calm down, Sashimi.
So
Also, these are definitely for Life Day, not for you.
Oh. I mean, to be clear, they're more than nuggets. They're kind of like Cornish hens.
So it's like four porg fillets.
Yeah, really. And so
I
your
can
job,
make,
in case
pork
it isn't
schnitzel.
in case it isn't already abundantly clear, gentlemen, you have to save Life Day by making dishes out of these Star Wars characters.
I got pork schnitzel. It's done.
Perfect.
You make pork schnitzel by shooting one of them and then stomping it flat.
You see one in the midst of all this chaos, you see farmers being attacked. You see like bird-like creatures flying off with sheep-like creatures. You see cats and dogs living together.
Wow, how convenient that they're just like Earth animals. Wow.
You see
rep-
one amidst all this
repto-mammals.
chaos. Amidst all this chaos, you see one lone figure in the distance.
Who could it be?
Approaching
It's Proust.
ever so calmly with one large beast on her back.
Oh, it's not
Rebecca,
Proust.
what do they see?
Through a cloud of dust, a mysterious lone figure. You hear the Western music start. A tattered blue cape flutters in the wind.
Ba-doom.
Light glints off of shining metal armor, painted over with hunter green.
Yes.
A Mandalorian helmet
Yes. It's Boba Fett.
shines in the sunlight. And approaching you from the wilderness at 5'0" is a tiny Twi'lek Mandalorian.
Yes.
With one missing
Nice.
Leku, right?
Nah, she got both.
Oh, that'd be savage.
That's brain
It's just
matter.
tied up in a ponytail in the back.
I know that was Cam and Dylan saying this is sweet and awesome. I kind of wished it was your characters, just as they walked,
No,
as
it
this
was
character
K.
walked up.
Yeah, what do you mean?
It was-
Those are 100%.
It was
the filters on them.
K4FT definitely is
Yeah,
the
those
one
had
that
the
said
filters
dope.
on.
What's your character's name, Rebecca?
They haven't said yet.
Okay.
We'll
You've
find
been
out
waiting.
in
You've been waiting for
universe.
this time. You've been waiting for this moment your whole life. You've
To
been
round up
preparing for
animals?
this. You knew the day would come when you'd have to devour Star Wars animals in order to eat.
What are we devouring?
Star Wars animals?
Animals?
I mean, that's what they
Animals?
do all the time.
Well, yeah, but this
That's
is
what it
somehow
is.
more hardcore.
Repto-mammals.
Yeah, this is like going. It's like those restaurants where you have to like pick out the fish you're gonna get and catch it, and then they make it for you.
This is
What
very
does a
free
s-
range.
What does a Minoc taste like? What does a silicon-based life form taste like?
I've always wondered.
Gross.
Used in gelatin, I'll be honest. Anyway, you see this kind of mysterious looking, albeit short, Mandalorian walk up to you. What do you say? 24601.
Want a job? Looks like you've got one.
She drops the sack she's been carrying.
I'll take pay and, the best meat. What's your favorite meat? Doesn't matter what I want. What matters is what the Jatisi
That sounds so cool.
Did that translate for you, Kay?
No. What does that mean?
Mandalorian, a legendary beast, lives here on Dantooine. One my father hunted for years and never managed to find.
Oh, I see where this is going.
It got really annoying, so he quit spending summer vacations going and hunting this beast, but he figured space chicken would just do for barbecue instead, but I knew I could find it. So I've been here on Dantooine, searching.
Yeah, we got a lot of space chickens around here.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you can't...
the Jatish Kabise doesn't like space chicken, but maybe some of these weird things that I haven't been able to get to, I'll be able to draw it out.
You see an absurd amount of space chicken jerky spill out from the sack.
Oh no. If there's any
Can't-
Raftars here, I would love to make some like Raftar soup.
You can't swing a space chicken without hitting another space chicken around here.
I know.
They're just like walking down the street. And he just accidentally steps on a space chicken.
I make
No,
a
but
I
yeah,
make a
this
quick
sounds
call.
a lot cooler than what we were about to do.
Yeah, I make a quick call and make sure someone's manning the Waffle House while we're out doing this.
Yeah, you find the local teen
Sorry,
who also
the
works there
IHOP.
with you. What does he look like?
The local
he's-
teen.
Yeah, he is also one of these little fish guys.
He's also a Mon Calamari.
Yeah, yeah. Except he has a pufferfish head,
His name is.
and it's all acne.
Oh.
What's his name, Cam?
I was gonna say his name is Nigiri.
Oh.
Oh, hey guys, I'll watch it for you. Yeah, just I'll be over here.
Just don't let anything burn, and just make sure you actually get the checks from the customers. Don't just let them walk out like you did last time.
Yeah, make sure that deadbeat sashimi doesn't take any more free food.
Yeah, his tab is nonsense.
Oh yeah. You guys walk out, and then the minute you walk out, a grease fire starts in the back. You hear him go, ah! And screen swipe over to our heroes. All right,
Right.
you currently have 5 porg fillets and 5 pounds of space chicken jerky. What is your plan going forward?
I'm hunting a Raftar, if there's a Raftar around.
Something
That's those big
delicious.
like octopus tentacle teeth ones.
So
Something piquant.
Something.
I want to make something seafoody
Tasty.
to make sashimi uncomfortable.
Perfect.
Yeah, well, look, there's just like aquatic animals just flopping around on the ground.
oh my, okay. So you want to hunt Rathtar?
I want to hunt Raftar.
Okay.
Are there like packs of them, or are there just like 1 or 2 around that we can?
Luckily
isolate?
for you, there's just one. It's
good.
a bit ahead of you, but you see the stuff left in its wake. Oh my.
Oh
you gotta
my
shoot
gosh.
it in its mouth. Its skin is
right.
resistant to blaster fire.
For our listeners who have yet to Google what a Rathtar is,
What?
it's
No one.
sort
You
of
guys don't know what a Raftar is?
just a blob with a bunch of eyes, a big
teeth.
mouth and teeth, and a bunch of tentacles. That's really
Yeah.
about it.
It's also challenge rating 9, and our heroes are a challenge rating 3.
We can take it.
Will this be the end of 24601?
All we have to do is cut off some of its tentacles. We don't need the whole thing.
It's true. I got a viper blade.
I'll distract it.
All right. You follow the trail, and there's just like wrecked grass and trees
Not the
down,
grass.
and like a few dead small porgs scattered around. But eventually, you come upon a horrific sight. You see a small homestead being ripped apart by a large black mass with just tentacles and eyeballs and teeth going everywhere. And you just hear one person yell, Mother! It's Rafta!" Keep shooting.
Love transcends galaxies, everybody.
Are we being too self-affirming at this point?
It still works.
We're 3 seasons in. We can be self-affirming.
That's
All right.
I just added a vibro dagger to my character sheet. Let's do this.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
The hunt is on.
The hunt is on. Roll for initiative.
Oh man.
Rolling.
That's much better. 2.
That's a 9.
That's an 8.
Oh
he
man,
rolled a
we really
10.
are the heroes of the galaxies.
Oh, excuse me. I also rolled a 2, actually.
High five.
Nice.
And as you hear the mother go, "Keep shooting, keep," and you just see
Oh, no.
one of the tentacles swipe at
Not
her
smoking, mom.
and blow her up as though she's an overripe cantaloupe.
Oh my. That's graphic violence for a family-friendly show.
Change it.
Change it. Pop her like a balloon.
No, swing
Yeah,
her
that's
around.
better.
She's still alive.
She's still.
No, she's definitely dead.
I want her to be alive.
If
our
you saw
universe,
this
she's
monster
alive.
stat block, you would understand what I mean.
Yeets her into the distance. We don't see what happens.
Maybe she falls in a Sarlacc pit. Who's to say?
Who's
You
to
then
say?
look and see that there
Those aren't
was
lethal anymore.
in fact an overripe cantaloupe behind her, and she ducked and missed and was missed by the attack.
I did order cantaloupe for the restaurant. Yeah.
Okay, we can run away now. And she and her son
Keep
begin to
running.
run away. And as they run away, the Rathtar eyes you all. Which brings us to our first person, Rebecca,
The
whose
Rathtar.
character has not revealed her own name yet.
Oh, shoot. I haven't done
Name
that.
24601. What's your name?
You can call me Dralshy'a of Clan Mattis.
Dralshy'a.
And like a tentacle lands right past you.
Perfect.
She pulls what was just looked like a staff off her back, and she swings it to her side, and it activates and unleashes the blade of a vibro battle axe.
Yas.
And she's gonna give it a spin over her head and chop down on this tentacle.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Roll with disadvantage, but if you are able to do a good amount of damage, although you're rolling with disadvantage,
Then,
Okay.
actually, if I may, bonus action before she attacks, the hunt is on. She will enter a rage.
boy! Okay,
she's
do
a
it.
barbarian.
So in this version, again, we're not rolling the d20 to hit. We're just rolling damage. If you roll a 1, that is considered a miss. Otherwise, the damage is dealt.
Nice. That's gonna hit, and that's gonna be a total of 13 damage.
It is a palpable hit against this Rathtar, but it is undeterred.
See, we can take it.
Next up is 24601.
Yeah. I
We got a tentacle, though. Add a
sneak out
tentacle
that
to our
little vibro
menu.
knife.
No, it's not off yet. It has been
It's just
hit.
it's just
Never
been
mind.
hit. I take a little vibro knife and I start doing the little West Side Story dance with it, and then I go junk. I try to dash in. I run on the tentacle she just struck and try to stab it right in its little beady eye.
All right,
Nice.
make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. Heck yeah, I have a +0 to that. Let's go.
Let's
I
go.
got a 17.
17? I'll give it to you. Yeah, absolutely. You run, and it's more like grappling along this very slimy tentacle, but you make it towards the eye stalk. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna stab it. What is that? A D4? Yeah, D4.
And I should say
2 plus 2, 4.
2 plus 2?
Yeah. That
Sweet.
equals 4.
If you do roll the max on your die, they are like popping dice, so you can keep adding to it, which is why
Sweet.
daggers are sweet on this.
Exploding criticals.
That's right.
You stab it right in the eye, and the vibroblade seems to almost bounce off. As there's a very slight puncture, but not even enough to draw blood. It just looks more angry. It is now K4FT's turn.
Yep. Shooting it in the mouth.
Turn down the graphicness of the blood.
It's just monster juice.
It's monster juice.
It's Icor.
Ah.
This is very I-core. I get
But
it
yeah.
now.
K4 is just gonna start blasting it in the one unarmored spot that he sees, which is its big old mouth.
Are the teeth
That's
the armor
a
of the
16.
Ooh, sweet. All right, perfect. Yeah, you're able to kind of strike at some of the teeth in the mouth. This thing, however, is still raring, and it is going to lash out.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was just rolling damage. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
7 damage.
Okay, sweet.
That makes more sense.
I definitely do not do 16 damage.
I was wondering
per
what
shot.
kind of weapon you were using. Yeah.
I was like,
I
this
forgot.
might go well.
I forgot we didn't need to roll to hit.
It won't go well. You know better than that.
All right.
I've got a backup plan for next round.
Oh, boysies.
I got a backup character.
It lashes out towards 24601
No.
and deals 9 points of kinetic damage.
Ow.
And you are currently grappled as it wraps its tendril around you.
Help. Help.
Help!
We need to focus fire. Our goal is not to kill, but to get some tentacles for some sushi.
Is it Dralshy'a's turn?
Yes.
She's going to run up this tentacle onto the top of the Rathtar's body,
Rathtar.
and then leap and chop down on the tentacle that is holding her new hunting partner.
Roll it.
If I may, she also has a berserker instinct where she can do a big jump and deal kinetic damage equal to her strength modifier.
Do it.
So as she jumps, there's a small burst of fire as the jetpack under her cape just lets out a little bit of steam, and she comes down hard. So it's going to do an automatic 2 for her strength modifier, and then the battle axe with the advantage because she's raging. It's going to do 12 more damage, so 14 total.
Oh, is that 12 out of 12?
No, that's 10 plus 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The large piece holding your friend falls off, and there is one large tentacle on the ground.
Grab it and run.
K4 grabs it without even unwrapping 24601. It's just
Let's go.
just dragging 24601 along the ground.
Ow.
Make a dexterity check.
Yes.
With advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, with just a normal one,
Save me.
because you're
Save
also
me.
carrying something heavy. You're also
I
carrying
want
something
that.
heavy.
I want that heavy.
Where is my dexterity?
Should be next to your strength. I'm using the online
These
sheet. I'm not
character
using
sheets
the paper.
are
Yeah.
a little annoying.
The online sheet is much easier to read for this system.
When in
that doesn't
doubt,
exist.
just add 1 or 2.
I mean, just
Level
roll it. He
3.
rolled a 6, so if you can roll above a 6, you're fine.
Okay, I got a 10.
All right. Yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
You run away, Dralshy'a. It is now just you and the wounded and frothing Rathtar.
Go.
I am going to toss a chunk of space chicken jerky as well as a smoke bomb and just blind it for
Whoa.
a minute while I make my escape.
That's so cool. I'm gonna just give you it.
Yeah.
That's pretty
All right. So you are now back towards the restaurant, which is called the Interplanetary House of Pancakes.
So just
And
to
you currently have
confirm,
5 pork
Yeah.
nuggets,
5
5
pork
pounds of
schnitzel.
space chicken jerky, and a Rathtar tentacle.
one large Rathtar tentacle. Yes.
It honestly sounds like you probably need some green in there.
Yeah, we should get some greenage. Vegetables are
Are
important.
there any sort of plantables
Oh,
that
like
we
a
can?
Lunchable?
I think I know
don't you
some.
know it?
You do?
I do know it. I know it well.
Is it space wheat?
Like one of those tree spiders from Dagobah.
Oh shoot.
A spider made of trees?
Or
Stuff
is it
of
a tree
nightmares.
made of spiders?
Oh, gosh.
That's so much worse.
Family friendly.
It's just a ton of those ice spiders from that Mandalorian episode.
Oh, no. You make your way deeper into the... Well, I guess there is no large forest on Dantooine. It's more like
No,
a
it's all
grassy
plains.
savanna.
Yeah.
But
It's an
you do
entire
know
planet
that-
made up of grassy knolls.
Yeah. It actually has quite a diverse geological climate, but that's apart from the point.
We're not there. We're in the grassy knoll area.
Yeah.
You really are.
We're on the same like continent where Mace Windu beat up a bunch of droids with his bare fists.
Yes.
Let me
I
pull
know.
this up real
Where we can
fast.
find a cabbage patch.
Are there kids?
I found what might be my new favorite
What's it called?
thing.
What's it called?
Well, I can't tell you yet.
Oh, but I wanna
But
get-
you know there is a place where you can gather all sorts of goodies that are green,
let's get some green.
known ironically as the what, Cameron?
Brown spot.
Because of all the dirt.
It's like Iceland and Greenland, you know?
Right.
You go
The
to the brown
gulch.
spot.
It used to just
The
be a
gulch.
spot where like the grass never grew, so it was just dirt spot. And then, like it turns out, at certain times of year, there's just a bunch of green. Most of the grass is gold.
But it's brown spot still.
Still brown spot.
It's like when your local amphitheater or arena changes names when they got bought, but you still call it the old thing because that's
It's
what
still
it definitely is in your
Twitter.
heart.
Yeah. All right. And you go, and there's a lush green garden in front of you after you've walked for a few miles.
In the brown spot?
Yeah, in the brown spot. You came at the best time. In fact, you can see essentially almost any herb you would want.
It's
and
peak
oddly
green
enough,
season.
What?
It's peak green season in the brown
Peak,
spot.
Oh, it's peak green
That's
season,
right.
The brown spot. And they can see any space equivalent to normal herbs that you'd normally find. What do you want to get?
Oh, heck yes.
Get some space parsley, some
I want-
space basil.
I want some space zatar.
We'll definitely need some space green leaf lettuce. Make a good side salad with
Boston
some space
lettuce. Boston lettuce.
cherry tomatoes.
Some space turmeric root, some space ginger
Yeah, I
root.
need space ginger for sure. Yeah.
So you just named 7 different ones.
Yeah. I
Yep.
want all of them.
And
We're
as
not
you,
taking it back either.
I'm writing them all down.
To your worst.
Who reaches out to get them first?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have good survival. We're surviving this.
I hope you.
I have nature and survival.
Heck yes.
K4 does not comprehend how one plant could taste different from another plant, so he's not really all that interested
all
in
green.
So, Dralshy'a, you reach down and feel a subtle pain on your hand as you take
If
3
it's
points of
poison,
kinetic damage. It's not. And you look around, and all of these cute little shrubs.
Oh no.
the Cabbage
see-
Patch Kids.
I wish. No, what you see is little stick hands poke out from each of the shrubs. So they each have 2 sticky claws reaching out. And they're almost like hands made out of twigs. And they're reaching towards you, and they're coming closer. Roll for another initiative.
Okay, I kind of love these guys. What are they called?
They're called shrubs. It's a monster that's on the
Yes.
website. They're just shrubs.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
They
I
rolled
got
a
a-
5.
I got a 13.
Fitting.
All right, so let's start with Dralshy'a, and we'll work our way around. There are 7 different ones that you're looking at. There's parsley. There's the space tomatoes. Which one do you go for first?
Which one just grabbed at me?
Which were you reaching down for?
Space tomatoes.
Space tomatoes. You are in
so
front of the
versatile.
space tomato, and like 2 of the eyes look like they're making an angry face, but they're just tomatoes.
If you like.
I, instead of attacking, since it has already grabbed at me, I'll use my, if I may, use my lightning fast reflexes to grab it by its little stick shrub. I grab it.
Yes, the shrub is.
Or a shoulder, it's just kind of twigs.
It is literally 2 stick hands sticking out of a bush.
I want to grab it menacingly,
With a tomato body.
and I want to pull it close, and I want to say,
Oh no.
I can bring you in cold, or I can bring you in charred. We can do the cooking an hour later.
That's pretty good.
You want to stick around to grow more tomatoes? You and your friends better back down.
So it does
Part,
not.
and you go away alive.
So it does not speak any languages, but it also cannot be.
It
it's
gets the
also
vibe.
not immune to being intimidated. So make
Yeah,
an
it gets the
intimidation
vibe.
check with disadvantage.
a little flame just comes out of her jetpack.
All right, roll it with advantage.
Yeah.
You feel lucky, punk?
Okay. That is gonna be 14 total.
And
Wanted, cooked or alive.
the shrub's charisma is not that high, so you win.
I disagree. I think it's really high.
And it just kind of like all the tomatoes just drop off of it as it scurries away because it can move 20 feet per round.
What?
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a fast
So
tomato.
you have a bunch of little... You now have space tomatoes.
Yay.
It is added to the list.
All right. K4, your turn.
K4 is disturbed by this blurring of the lines between plant and animal, so he just starts blasting.
All right. Roll for damage.
7 damage.
7 damage. You hit the parsley pretty hard. The space parsley you hit pretty hard. It begins to limp away. It is now the bush's turns. There are 6 left. 3 are going to attack our boy 24601.
Why do you hate me so much? I've taken so much damage.
1, 2.
Literally hasn't even gone yet.
Take 4 points of kinetic damage as you're being
I
scraped
only
at
have
by
7
shrubs.
health left.
K2, 3 more come at you.
I'm about to die harvesting plants.
It's just your morale. You're just gonna give up and lay down.
Yeah, no, I was like, this is no life worth living as a fry cook after being in the Imperial Army.
I will become one with the dirt.
All these years, I never expected the food to eat me.
Believe it or not, the shrubs did really a significant amount of damage on K4 and did 12 points of kinetic damage as the shrubs are just on top of him. One is perched on his head as though it's an afro, but it's a shrub fro.
I don't like this.
And it is now 24601's turn.
Revenge is a dish best served stabbed. I whip out the vibro knife and I just slash or whatever quick one is. I got a crit on my first die and I got a 3, so it's a 7 damage total.
All right, you cut up the space cabbage pretty good, and it begins to limp away.
Yes, give me some space cabbage.
But it's not dead
Oh,
yet.
plus 2, sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's dead now.
Okay, sweet. I get some space cabbage added to the list.
And it's already
Space
pre-chopped up. That's the worst part.
Yeah, especially with cabbage. Ooh.
You don't have to use the...
And I can do the cabbage. I can put the space cabbage underneath the pork schnitzel, and we'll have a lovely traditional space German meal.
the space Germans.
That's just the
That's just the
Imperials.
Imperials.
Ooh.
Sorry, Germany. I know you're not like that now.
Way to alienate our second most,
It is actually our second highest audience.
But also, like, stormtrooper was a term, I believe, for
for Nazi officers.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
maybe
there a
we
lot
shouldn't be
and
making these jokes to our German audience.
Of one.
Well, we had like 2.
I thought it
He's
was
just
2,
saying.
yeah.
Gesundheit.
Now we're just pandering.
So is it the Space Holy Roman Empire or the Holy Space Roman Empire?
The second
There we
one.
go.
All right. Well,
Frederick Barbarossa in space.
after a few more minutes of grueling combat against space shrubs, you managed to secure some more herbs.
Oh, what do we get? I got cabbage, tomatoes. What else?
Parsley,
Sage, rosemary, thyme.
parsley,
Parsley,
Parsley, sage, rosemary,
Sage.
and thyme.
rosemary,
space rosemary,
thyme.
and space thyme.
What about the ginger? I need ginger.
You didn't say that before.
I did.
We
I
did.
Both Cam and I both did.
Fine, you got space ginger.
Thank you.
GM's trying to pull a fast one.
Yeah.
on
What
us.
do you talk? We have recorded evidence.
So we have space ginger, space thyme, space rosemary, space sage, space parsley, space cabbage, space tomatoes, 5 pork nuggets,
And space
5
ginger.
pounds of
Pork
space chicken jerky,
nuggets.
and a rat
And
tart
one
tentacle.
large
And a rat
tart
tentacle.
Hey.
All right, what are we thinking for a meal, y'all?
On the 4th day of Life Day.
What your love gave to me, the Mandalorian gave to me.
Well, I can make a pretty decent soup out of the retro tentacle and some of these herbs.
I mean, technically, you can make a pretty decent soup out of anything. All you have to do is throw stuff into hot water.
That's fair. But the chicken jerky can be like a little appetizer appetizer snacks. The pork schnitzel, sorry, not pork schnitzel, can go with the cabbage, and we can have that nice traditional dish. We need one more thing to round this out, something a little spicy.
What about that giant thing that she's trying to
I'll
kill?
make a curry. This is to attract the giant thing that I'm trying to kill.
Wait, you just have the stuff to make a curry?
We've got tomatoes for a tomato-based curry. We've got lots of spices.
Space tomatoes.
I have some dried space rice.
I've just been eating bland space
It's called
rice.
Sprice.
Rice.
Some space basmati rice.
But yes, this meal will be perfect to attract the Jatisish Kebise.
How do I spell
Jatishish
this?
Kabise?
There's probably a lot of apostrophes in there.
I can tell you exactly where the apostrophes are just by hearing that.
There aren't any. I'm just struggling to say.
Are there some extra H's in there as well?
How do I spell this?
It's like we
I already
look at
messaged to you, Sam.
Okay.
it's like we look at her
Just like it sounds.
journal and it's like a completely normal word and she just has like a speech impediment.
Oh, do you mean a jaguar?
Mandalorian is my second language.
Jabberwocky.
It's Mandoa. It's a traditional Mandoa term for this creature.
What is it in basic?
Tasty thing.
Large, taste good chicken.
Taste good. But literally, it's literally a Mandoa for tasty thing.
What a deep cut.
Go big or go home.
So,
So yeah, I'll work on a curry with some of this tomatoes and spices and rice.
Everyone knows Jartises love curry.
And get some nice of this tentacle. I don't know, get a little spiciness.
Don't waste my tentacle.
It's a huge tentacle. It can be used in
That's
several
fair.
dishes.
That's fair.
all right.
I'm watching you.
Okay.
I'm watching you. You just can't see because I also have a helmet on.
Yeah, we're helmet bros.
Okay. So rather than we
never
will get
taken this
to
helmet
some
off.
we will
I
get to
am
some
Mandalorian by creed.
we will get to some of those
I thought you said it was because the
And 24601 just slaps K across the back of the head before he could finish.
we will get to some skill checks to make the food, but we're going to assume
no.
that Dralshy'a makes it so we can get to the
No, she's the best. Yeah, she can make it no problem.
DBD.
The chibba.
The Chidiska Babushka.
The
now
taste good
you-
grandma.
The big
Where-
tasty boy.
Where
Tasty
did
thing.
you where were you told that Jabushki Mahuski was living?
It's here on Dantooine, hiding
Where?
in the grasses, and it's just really, really quick, and you gotta attract it. So I'm thinking this whole life day meal will attract it to us.
It's because there's too many grasses.
too much
You can't
grass.
go tracking through all the grasses.
So what
on
is your
Dantooine.
Jabushki Mahaska trap?
Their dinner.
No, that's the bait. What's the trap?
Oh, the trap though.
I hadn't thought this far.
You have a ship?
may I suggest an explosive?
But we don't want to destroy it.
I thought you wanted to eat it.
Of the Jatisi.
It's the of the tasty thing.
I know. I have an idea.
Oh.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Back to the IHOP.
Da-na-na-na-na.
You're back.
Guys, yeah.
It's all going well.
All right, Nagiri, I need you to get.
They
all...
go in and you see the door close and then Sashimi just flies out the door.
I wasn't eating anything.
I need you to get all of the cooking oil we have. We're making a trap, and we're going to fry it as we can.
Yes.
Used, unused, doesn't matter.
Get all of it. We know we recycle our oil anyway.
You genius.
She holds out her hand, and they clasp forearms.
Yeah, Praetorian style.
K4, like, you hear one of his joints kind of squeak. He just dips his arm in the bucket of oil and shakes it off and then just works it in.
All right, you. So Dylan, what does this trap look like? You set it up on the savannah.
Yeah,
What does it
we're
look
in the
like?
savannah. We're setting up our tables for the Life Day feast. Underneath the tables, we dig a giant pit, all of us together, and then we line it and fill it with all of the oil we have, and then we set some jet burners underneath, and it starts boiling. And then on top of that, we lay a little thin, little thing that looks kind of like grass, and then we set up the tables all around it. And then we have our pork schnitzel, our soup, all of our good stuff, all right there.
There's a picnic blanket. laid
Yeah,
over
it's
the
just a
whole-
picnic.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's a regular gingham picnic blanket.
That's amazing.
Space gingham.
All right, so
Space gingham.
I put a singular porg in the middle.
It's got a little apple in its mouth, a space apple.
Yeah, with a space apple. in
Or a
its mouth.
tomato.
Yeah, it's one tomato in the porg's mouth, just sitting there in the middle.
okay, so Rebecca, according to Mandalorian lore,
This is canon.
yes, when does the Chabushki Mahaska come out?
Not even close.
According to family legend,
This
you
is
will
canon.
hear the sound of a grumbling stomach growing louder and louder, but that is the many, many feet of the
Oh, no.
Hubba-da.
How many feet?
The Hakuna Matata.
The many little
What a
stumpy
wonderful phrase.
legs.
Oh, stumpy legs.
Now,
And it'll...
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
K4, for a few hours now, there's been a weird tick in the back of your head, almost as though a small, like, snapping keeps occurring every few minutes. It doesn't hurt. It's more of a small nuisance, but with everything going on today, you've not thought much of it.
Now that you've calmed down.
K4 would, without any regard for what it may be, just reach up and slap it as hard as possible.
It can't hurt me. I'm a droid.
And something in your brain, it's almost like a gear shifts into place and begins to roll. And while that's happening, 24601, you hear the growling that Dralshy'a had described. Kind of a...
Are those the feet?
You just hear...
The feet.
The feet. The feet
then
that
you see-
somehow sound like a growling stomach.
You see two bright eyes pop out of the darkness,
Oh no.
and it begins to kind of crawl towards the food.
Yes, it's working.
It's within feet now.
She'll pull out her
You can
shotgun.
barely see it.
We cannot get out.
And at that very moment, K4 FT, your translator works, and you realize that the term Jatishis Kabise is Mandalorian for Jawa.
We cannot get out. A shadow moves in the dark.
And you see a small 4-foot hooded creature in a brown robe with a... You can't see anything under its hood except for two bright eyes. And it goes, "Ooh, tiny!" And it begins to grab the food and just
Not
chug
Utini.
it down. And
Get
you
it.
see it trigger the trap as it begins to fall, but you have a split second to do one action before this Jawa falls into the oil. What do you do?
K4 he just runs and like punts it off of the runs and punts it off of the picnic blanket before it can fall.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise you'll get fried.
I'm now
Oh, I'm a robot.
realizing that the blanket and the tables
What's the difference
will all
between
fall
cold
into the
oil
hole.
and hot oil to a robot?
No, the blanket will fall in, but the tables are right around it. We're
Okay.
okay. Yeah, we'll still eat the feast.
I got a 20.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you're
18
fine.
plus 2.
Incredible.
You just full on like yeet this boy, and he goes flying into a distant bush.
Art
Dralshy'a,
ASAP.
you heard where it landed. Now's your chance.
No, it's getting away.
Wait, you still want to eat the Jawa?
What are you talking about?
Those are dudes. They have a society and stuff.
Yeah, they're like a scavenger race.
They're my only source of replacement parts on this Emperor forsaken planet.
Oh. It did have a lot less legs than I expected.
It only's got two. I know who we can eat.
I'm listening.
He owes me a lot
tell me, Mandalorian, do you like seafood?
How do you feel about sushi?
I feel like music just starts to play, and we pan to the next day.
The life day spirit.
There's lights put up, and everyone's around at the tables eating, and we see our New Republic officer slowly being turned over a spit as he's begging. Like, come on, guys.
Oh no,
Let me go, guys.
Come here. This ain't it.
Can't
No.
we talk about this?
This ain't it. No.
And it continues to pan to our three heroes, the heroes of the life.
And
day
our fourth
feast.
Java friend with his fork and knife ready.
Yeah. The only known inhabitants of this planet.
We've seen like three other people. Like, there's the whole planet is here, all 12 of them.
Yeah, all the farmers and us.
There's still just hundreds.
Look. It's little Jawa. I keep 9.
There's just still hundreds of loose zoo animals running around that were completely
out
No,
behind
they're
other
also
restaurant.
here. The surviving zoo animals are also here.
Partaking in the
Sitting
feast.
there eating.
I like how we saved the Java because it's a dude, and then we're just like, yeah, no, not this guy. Yeah.
We're not really going to eat him. It's just
Don't
to
tell
make
him that.
Suffer.
Don't
It's
tell him
just-
that. He
That's
needs
her
to feel
telling the
fear.
Jawa, who she pats on the head.
Oh, okay. The Java was surprisingly okay with the bloodlust.
And we're just like, we're just turning him on a spit and money is falling out of his pockets. It's just like, we're just going to keep you on this until everything you owe us comes out.
And as you all sit down to eat, and as, of course, as with every life day, someone needs to hold up an orb and yell peace. Who's the person
Give it to the Jawa.
or thing that does it?
Give it to the
It's
Jawa.
definitely
All
the
hold
Jawa.
up the Jawa.
Together
And
as
Yeah.
the
one.
Jawa lifts it up. The Jawa who you have named.
Say it. No, he's just Jawa. He doesn't have a name.
His
Okay.
name is
Utini! And then cut to characters created by George Lucas, but not.
nice.
Happy Life Day, everybody.
Happy Life Day, everybody.
Collect your debts.
Don't eat people.
We hope you enjoyed our Star
Pay
Wars
your
fever
debts.
Palpatine bless us, everyone.
And a Merry Proust to you, too.
dream. Tune in next year, or I guess this year, for our next Life Day
On
special.
actual Life Day
Hopefully.
this time.
Hopefully.
Not a belated Life Day. And
Well-
with maybe a little less fever dreamy. We'll see.
I don't know. The first one was pretty fever dreamy.
It's true.
What's
Let's
Life
end it
Day
with a happy
without-
Life Day, right? 1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3.
Happy
Happy
Life
Life
Day.
Day.
And Utini, everyone.